The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Again, coming up after sports, we'll play, how about some Shine Down for you, and then we'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie for those Alkaline Trio tickets. Very hot item.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, the Bulls, your Chicago Bulls, are now 32-32. Let's go.
Wow.
Problem is, this brings hope. This brings hope,
That's
Kara.
bad. Yeah.
Well, as my friend said in Shawshank Redemption, my friend Red said, he said this: hope is a dangerous thing. It's got no place in here. Drive a man insane.
That was good.
Thank you.
Don't encourage him. Don't tell him that.
And hope does drive people insane because it puts you to the point of like, we can do it. Well, they're at the point where they'll make the playoffs in the play-in game, but they beat the Warriors 125-122 with one of the greatest players of all time, Steph Curry, who rolled his ankle in the fourth quarter, had to leave the game. Vooch and Debo dropped 33 each. Debo, of course, the master of the 8-foot jumper. It didn't matter. It helped. And Kobe White dropped 20 as well. So they're at the Clippers tomorrow afternoon. So the Bulls are just, they're fun to watch. It's
They're a
fun.
good team.
It's fun. But they still should trade everybody and keep Kobe White, and that's it. That's what they should do going forward. We have to make tough decisions in these times.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one. When you're winning
I'd like to
games.
keep Ayo Dosunmu, too. I think Kobe and Ayo, we could have our point guard and our backup point guard, and then start from scratch after that.
Local guy, and also played for U of I. I'm trying to remember the high school he played for. Damn it.
I can find out.
Can't remember his high school, but he's a local guy. I'm fine with keeping Ayo. He's not going to be expensive. You know what I mean? Kobe White's not even that expensive. I think he's making a $40 million on his contract, which isn't that much in basketball terms.
Ayo went to Morgan Park High School and then George Westington House College Prep.
Whoop, whoop. There we go. Local guy. Keep him on the team.
Shouts out.
Yep. The Bears now allegedly have made a final decision if they can make this work. Okay, forget about Arlington Heights. That's done. That's out.
Really?
Yep. They'll build the stadium in the south parking lot, and they'll build a dome stadium. That is allegedly the leaks that are out there, that they're going to make that announcement in days. The problem is the Park District will probably have a problem with it. They own the stadium.
Yeah.
It's not owned by the Bears. But the mayor and most people in the government want to keep, I should say Chicago's city government, want to keep the Bears in the city. It's embarrassing if the Bears leave, right?
Yeah.
But they screwed it up.
Yeah.
The past administration with Lori Lightfoot, they screwed up the chance of giving them what they wanted, which was a sports book at the park, and also to make some of the decisions they want to make. But they don't own it, so they can't make those decisions.
Right.
So Bears said, screw it, we're going to Arlington Heights. They paid $190 million for Arlington Park, tore it down, and now...
So it's just going to sit there, that big mess in Arlington Heights?
Yeah, but you know what they'll do? They'll sell it to somebody else who will develop it into some high-end homes or condos and bars, and it'll be fine. Although I loved Arlington Park.
I did too.
I used to love going there back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Michael Jordan can't sell his house, I worry that the Bears might not be able to sell that land.
Good point.
Michael Jordan's house. And Kara's also a real estate agent.
Little tip for you. It's usually the price. If it sits for more than 3 months, it's a problem.
Okay.
If it sits for 7 years, how long has it been?
No, it's been like 15, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the price.
But riddle me this, Kara.
Oh, boy.
It did go for, they wanted $30 million.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the size of 6 big home lots in Highland Park, rich suburb.
Yeah.
Then they did an auction, and they didn't even reach the bottom of the auction price, to my memory, which was, I think, around $11 million. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cheap for that, right?
Probably, yeah.
So why didn't anybody buy it?
I don't know.
Why don't
It
you-
must still be too expensive.
Can you get the listing?
Yeah, I would love to. But think about how few people are in that price range around here.
But up there isn't. There's a lot of rich people up there. Chicago has a lot of billionaires and multimillionaires.
Are they single? Do they have cable?
Well, okay, now you're just embarrassing yourself, Kara. You got Larry there who's got a dinghy and an above-ground pool who's waiting for you to come over on the text line. You can text him back. Our text lines become like Bumble.
It's fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
But I'm your wingman. I got you.
appreciate it.
I got you. I just can't figure out why no one bought that home. At least I want it. If I won the lottery, it's my first purchase.
I mean, I don't even remember the inside. Didn't you have a bowling alley or something? Like, there might be stuff in there that's so outdated. Like, someone's looking at it as a fixer-upper, even if they're a billionaire. You know?
But if you're a billionaire, you can do what you want.
Absolutely.
And even if you have, like, $100 million, there's a lot of people like that. Not us, but
And
there's a
you
lot of
think
people.
just because it's Michael Jordan they
Yes.
bought it. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Are bowling alleys outdated?
I would love one.
I
would
would-
love
I
an
would
inside
too.
hockey rink too. I've shown a house that had an inside basketball
Oh, that's the dream.
place. Yeah, it was awesome in Oak Park.
Just some random dude, not like a former player.
No, I don't. I don't think so. Although
Okay.
I did sell a former Bulls player's house once, though. He owned it before the owners owned it who sold it, so I didn't actually work for him.
Oh, where was that house?
That
at?
was a really nice house right by Oak Park River Forest High School.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't figure out why it hasn't sold. And even if they want to tear it all down and just build other houses and make more money, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But
But
it's expensive to tear something down, though. You'd rather just buy a big empty... Like Arlington Heights looking good now for developers because they don't have to do that part. All they got to do is build it up now.
See, we're learning here.
That's right.
Kara's our real estate expert. Also, the Bears made a move. They actually signed Jalen Johnson to a 4-year, $76 million deal. This was a guy who a year ago says, I don't want to be on the Bears.
I don't want to be here.
Listen,
Playing hard to get.
You know, and the trade deadline last year, he was pretty much going, you better get me out of here. Trade me. And then no one wanted him. And he was kind of like, hey, Bears, kind of like you guys. And they were going to sign him to a franchise tag, but then they just said, screw it, we're going to keep him. So this is the $54 million guarantee. Part of this contract is the highest guarantee of a corner in the NFL. Now, he's really good, but that's a lot of money and that's a lot of guarantee.
I feel like there are better cornerbacks in the league.
He's really good. I wouldn't say he's the best in the league.
Hey, Jalen Ramsey's out there. What
Yeah,
are we doing here?
There's a long list. He's also, it's the 5th richest contract in Bears history. So you had Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was 6 years, $141 million, and he didn't last very long here. Jay Cutler was 7 years, $126 million.
Oh, boy. All right.
How about that? And then recently, I like this deal, by the way. Montez Sweat, 4 years, $98 million.
I will gladly take an L on that one. I was really wrong about that.
He was so on point and deserving in just a short time after he got that contract, and he's here now.
And a great name.
Julius Peppers, another great name.
Oh, my God. Peppers and Sweat.
Yeah. He's going to the Hall of Fame, of course, with the Panthers, but I don't care. 6 years, $84 million. And then Jalen Johnson is the 5th biggest contract in Bears history. So I don't know. That's some pretty big shoes there ahead of him.
We should maybe spend more money on offensive players that aren't Jay Cutler. That's what I got from that stat.
Completely.
Yeah.
But then again, Jay Cutler sounded like a good idea.
Well, he's like Scott. Sounded like a good idea at the time. And then you watch Jay Cutler for 4 games and you go, wait a minute, this isn't a good idea.
Case is quoting something I said off the air. Ska music. Do you like ska music?
Yeah.
Okay. I said ska music sounds like a good idea. And then 4 songs in, you're like, oh, it's the same song. And don't get me wrong, I love ska. I love the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah.
When you're in the mood for ska
you're right,
music,
yeah.
when you're in the mood for it and you get it, it hits.
Yeah.
It feels so good. Like the Interrupters, see them at the House of Blues a couple years back. And then 4 songs in, you're kind of like, Didn't they just play that one? I'm going to get so much hate on the text line. Bring it. Bring it on. Finally, Mike Tyson will fight Jake Paul in July. It's going to be a Netflix fight, by the way. Now, you probably know who both these guys are, I would imagine. Jake Paul, made his success on YouTube, but he's become a legit boxer. Mm-hmm. And I think he can knock out Mike Tyson. He might be going, like, if you're not hip to the scene, like, what? Well, Mike Tyson's 58. Jake Paul's 27.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson can still hit like a mofo. I don't like that Mike Tyson is doing this. It upsets me because I like Mike Tyson. And what's the win here? He wins. He beats a 27-year-old guy, a YouTube guy who's a troll, online troll and everything. If he loses, it's Mike Tyson losing to him.
Of all the fights for him to do, why that one? I'm sure he's been approached.
Exactly.
He kind of lost me at the ear thing. I like his grills.
That was a while ago,
Yeah.
by the way.
So what? It's kind of hard to forget.
Yeah, but even Evander Holyfield has laugfed about it, and they sell now these these little ear edibles now. You love edibles.
Yeah, you got to get Mike Tyson's weed.
I never had it. I didn't realize he had it.
So
I think I heard about the ear edibles, though.
Yeah, so he's got a huge industry, and he's not broke. I mean, Mike Tyson's
So he doesn't
making
need the money.
a
That's not
lot
why
of
he's
money.
doing it, yeah.
So he doesn't need money for this fight, as far as I know, unless he's blown his money.
No, as far as I'm concerned, he still has a lot of money. The whole thing makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because I have a weird... I really care about Mike Tyson. I really want him to do well. He's lived a very hard life. He's done some bad things, but he's done his time and he's come out better for it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure he's doing okay, and this doesn't seem like he's doing okay.
I don't know. I mean, they always say the athletes, they stay too long or they can't, are addicted to the competition.
Right, yeah.
But he's been pretty chill for a while. He hasn't fought, you know what I mean? He hasn't fought in a while. It's been, I think, was it 4 years ago he fought last time?
Why does anybody go on
Something like
Dancing
that.
with the Stars? It's the same thing, like, why?
You should get a hold of his people.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson Dancing with the Stars, I'm watching. Absolutely, yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we get on the phones, a little mention there of ska music for a second. And by the way, if you love ska, Save Ferris doing the Q101 pop-up. That's a free show at the Cubby Bear, Friday, March 22nd. That's just 2 weeks from today. And the show starts at 7:30. Doors open earlier in the day, actually, pretty early. I think like 3 o'clock. But all the information at Q101.com. So that's a free show. Save Ferris. Incredible ska band. And I made the comment sometimes that you go to a ska show, and it always sounds like a good idea, ska, but 4 songs in, it's, sometimes you're kind of like, I'm going to beer now. But someone said the best ska song of all time was the America's Funniest Home Videos theme from 1998, and it sounded like this. This is awesome.
Yeah, Stephen Evanston, right on.
Now, I looked it up and I said, who did this? Because I was curious if it was a band we know. It was inspired by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, the impression that I get.
Absolutely. This guy does need more guitar solos, though. That's nice.
Yeah. This sounds like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
It does.
Incredible. They ripped them off. They should give them some money. They broke up recently completely. They're not around anymore. But
Probably over this.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Kara in trivia. 312-591-8300. Alkaline Trio tickets for you.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
We're going to check in with Kenzie on her maternity leave in about an hour at 8:30. But in the meantime, Kara's in here helping us out as usual. Excellent job as usual. So she's doing trivia and competing against Kaylee for the Alkaline Trio tickets. Kaylee checking in for Crystal Lake. I could see myself living in Crystal Lake.
Oh, I love Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
I used to live in Cary. It's right next to there.
Yeah, I'm on the north side, and I've always talked about St. Charles as a place I might want to end up in, but Crystal Lake, I can see it too. Sell me on Crystal Lake, Kaylee.
I actually just moved to Crystal Lake about 6 months ago. I was actually in the St. Charles area prior to that.
Whoa.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Wait, which one do you like more, St. Charles or Crystal Lake?
I work in St. Charles, but I like being in Crystal Lake. It's really nice. I live right next to the lake, and there's a lot of I don't know, it's just really nice.
They still do the cardboard cup regatta?
I don't know, actually.
It's so
I
much
haven't
fun.
been there long enough to know.
Well, what is it, Kara?
You make boats out of cardboard. I've been in it, and I've sunk. It's really fun.
I know.
This is really dangerous.
This is part of your infatuation with boats,
Yes,
isn't
it is. All I can afford is a cardboard
You
one.
want a real boat.
Does the Coast Guard know about this? Oh my God.
Wait a minute. So, Kaylee, do you make the commute from Crystal Lake to St. Charles every day?
I do.
Holy cow.
I can work from home sometimes, but yes, I do. It's a straight shot down 31 or Randall Road, though. So
yeah, it's got to be 35 miles, I'm guessing.
It's like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah. Well,
Good thing
listen.
there's good radio in the car.
We appreciate you
Yes,
listening.
me and my son listen to you guys every single day.
Aw.
I competed against Kenzie once, and we're big Q101 fans.
Sweet.
All right. Well, we're big Kaylee fans.
There you go.
And your son. What's his name?
Dustin with a D.
Dustin.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Family name, I assume?
No, he's named after the lead singer of Thrice.
Get out of here.
No, that's serious.
You know what? We don't need to play. You win.
Well, Kaylee, how did it come about that you named your son after the lead singer of the band Thrice?
It was not my.
It wasn't your call on that one?
Yes, it's his dad. His dad is like the #1 Thrice fan. So, yeah.
Wow. If you don't know what Thrice sounds like,
I've seen them in concert a couple. They're great.
I'm
They're
sure you
great.
have.
well,
Oh,
for the rest of the listeners out there, Dustin was named after this guy. That's amazing. I'm so glad I asked. So good. Let's get to the game. I guess we'll play it. You really don't. You win no matter what.
Yeah. I love Alkaline Trio, so it works out.
First 1 to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kara gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails. Kaylee, 1, 2, 3, call it.
Pets.
It's tails.
Ah.
I know. So we'll go to Kara. Kara, what are the 3 colors of the Blockbuster movie rental logo?
3.
There's 3 colors in the old Blockbuster logo.
All right. I know there's blue and yellow.
Okay.
I'm going to say white because I don't.
Well, white is right.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
I didn't realize that was even a color.
Yeah. So you got blue, white, and yellow. And I'm surprised Netflix didn't buy those colors for their,
That would have been smart. Yeah.
I mean, they existed at the same time, though, so I guess that couldn't have happened. All right. Back to Kaylee.
Yep.
Whose catchphrase is to infinity and beyond?
Oh, Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. Kaylee's got one. Back to Kara. Kara, what does the acronym RBI mean in baseball?
Runs batted in.
Good job.
I was just guessing with every word.
I know. Kara's a hockey mom. She only knows hockey. That's all she knows. But she got that. Wow, I didn't think she'd get that. Kaylee, what kind of cat is Garfield?
Oh gosh, is he a tabby cat?
Yes, he is a tabby cat.
Wow, I wouldn't have known that one.
Good
I
job.
was just taking a guess.
Back to Kara. It's tied up 2-2. Mary Jane Watson is a recurring character in which comic book series?
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Is that Spider-Man?
It is Spider-Man.
Upside Down Kiss. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, we did.
I love that Upside Down Kiss.
She loves that. For all these guys shooting their shot at Kara this morning.
If you've got a boat, it can kiss upside down.
Yeah, you're winning.
All right, 3-2 back to Kaylee.
Kaylee, can you name one of the first names of the Jonas Brothers?
Nick,
Yep. Can you name the other 2 for another point?
Kevin, and Joe. I
There we go.
think.
Give it another point.
Wow, she's got 4.
I can't believe someone who named her son after Thrice knows the Jonas Brothers name.
Yeah. I know.
God, it's so good.
Against my will, I feel like I know their names. Not because I want to know.
Is the kid on a track to be in a Thrice tribute band?
That'd be pretty awesome.
It would be awesome.
I think it's his destiny.
Yes.
All right, 4-3 now. Kara's behind. It's back to Kara.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, Kara. Let's see here. Kara, what does the word ambidextrous mean?
Is that when you can write with both sides of your body, both hands?
I'll give it to her.
Yeah.
It's you can use both hands to do anything, really, not just
okay.
write.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, there was a basketball player at NC State, and I'm trying to remember his name, but he hurt his hand in the first half of the game.
Yeah.
And then after halftime, he came out and he shot with his other hand the whole game.
Wow.
And he had 42 points. And after the game, they're interviewing him, and he said, it was a great game. I'm so happy. And the sports announcer said, oh, my God, that was incredible. You had this many points in the first half with your right hand and this many points in the second half with your left hand. And he said, yo, man, I'm amphibious.
His name was Charles Shackelford.
Charles Shackelford. That's right. Oh, I was a little kid and I started crying. Soon after, there was an investigation of the basketball players went to class at NC State. All right, back to the game. Sorry for that little tidbit.
It was worth it. It was 4-4 now. It's back to Kaylee. She can win Alkaline Trio tickets with a correct answer.
Wow.
Ooh.
I told her she already won, so let's give her a lob ball here.
Yeah.
What was the name of Dorothy's dog in The Wizard of Oz?
Pluto.
You are going to see Alkaline Trio.
Oh my God, I'm so pumped. Yes. Yay.
Yay.
Yes. Oh, I'd be so much louder, but I won't. I'm so excited.
So courteous.
Yeah, it's very kind of you.
Well, we appreciate you. Thanks for listening on that long commute every day. And you're going to see Alkaline Trio. We love you.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I'll tell you what, Case, the producer, just signaled me here and said we actually have another pair to give away. We just have one. At the end of the week, we kind of do stock. Oh, man, we have an extra pair. So I'll tell you what, we'll play Pierce the Veil. So in 3 minutes and 38 seconds, we'll get you on the phones again for another pair of Alkaline Trio tickets. How about that?
Yeah.
It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
on Q101.